I want to talk to you today about scenario planning. Scenario planning is very important, especially in periods of uncertainty. And with the circumstances before us right now, we don't know the depth or severity or impact on our revenue streams. There is just a lot of uncertainty out in the marketplace. So what should you do as a nonprofit leader? The one recommendation is scenario planning. Scenario planning allows you to, depending on the circumstances, implement certain plans to address those different scenarios. I wanted to let you know that in 2008, when the stock market crashed, we did the very same thing at Business Volunteers Unlimited. We had a 4-step process that we had talked to our staff about and our board to put into place. Step number 1 was going to be to freeze wages for everybody, not implement any staff raises. Step number 2 was that I, as the CEO, would take a 20% pay decrease. Step number 3 was that the staff would take a 10% pay decrease. Step number 4 is we would have a workforce reduction. And that was all because in 2008, we didn't know the impact on BVU's revenue, what business members were going to do, what foundations were going to do, which are 2 primary revenue sources. Fortunately, when it was all said and done, the only step we had to take was step number 1, and that was to freeze staff raises. But that was an example of the type of scenario planning you're going to want to have. And at this point, BVU is doing the same thing for us. And this is a different set of circumstances with the virus that's going on. But what we'd encourage you to do is consider the different steps you're going to take. And secondly, make sure you know, have sensitivity analysis. You know, what revenue streams are not coming in, what is the timing of those revenues that are expected or are not going to materialize, and then put in place different plans of action to address those depending on what you're seeing in your sensitivity analysis along the way. So we'd highly encourage you to consider scenario planning.